Now the next question, all of you please see. It is draw a flowchart to input any three numbers. It might be five numbers, it might be six numbers. Students, I am giving you the example with three numbers. And we have to find out not only the sum but also the average, as well as we want to print them. It means sum and average, two processing is to be done, and both the sum and average, the value, we need to print them on screen. So as we need start and stop always, so I kept it on screen. Fine, I didn't remove them. So now let's go to the parallelogram to take it and to define the input. Fine. So here what I need to write? Input, how many variable? A comma B comma C. Input A comma B comma C. Fine. Thereafter I need to draw the arrow to make the link in between start and in between input. That arrow shows the flow of instruction, students. It is very much required that we need to specify the arrow. Fine. After this, now we have to find out the total because already we got the input. So to find out the total, what box we need to take? Rectangle. We need to take rectangle. So rectangle is for processing. So I took here rectangle, and inside this I need to specify that total equal to, I can write total equal to A plus B plus C. See student, I can write total, I can write T, it is totally up to us. It is totally up to the flowchart who is designing, it is up to him. So I am writing TOT, it will be short. So total equal to A plus B plus C. So total is finded out. So let's draw the arrow. If the total is done, let's draw the arrow. Now what is left according to question? Sum has to be finded out and average to be finded out. So I wrote the total, and in this case, students, I can write sum also because the sum is given in the question. So let's write sum, better to understand. Nice. Fine. Now, as I'm needing one more processing because one more processing has to be done, that is average. So for that, again, I have to take the processing box, that is rectangular. So taking rectangular, what I need to do? Inside, I have to write the coding for average. So how can I find out the average? Okay, how I will find out? Now AVG, in short I am taking AVG, average, that is TOT or sum, we have taken sum divided by 3 because 3 like variable we have finded out the sum of. So this is how the average also we find it out. So now I'm putting the arrow here, the making the link, the flow of instruction I'm showing. You are checking now the flow is going always down because this is sequential kind of flow chart we are doing till yet. These are very simple. The complexity of flow chart didn't start till yet. I didn't taught till yet. I didn't started till yet. Okay. Thereafter now we want to print the value of sum as well as total. So let's go with parallelogram. We got here the parallelogram, so we can specify here print or display, display, display what? Sum comma avg, average, sum comma avg. So done. Now I can put the stop here, and what I need to do, the arrow I need to specify the flow of instruction. This is not arrow, sorry, you can say them as flow of instruction, means the instruction are flowing which way, that you need to specify always in flowchart. So this is what the flowchart is completed, students. We started the flowchart, then we inputted three numbers into it, then we finded out the sum of it, and we did the find the average after the sum, then we display them, and we stop the flowchart. Always it is very much necessary in flowchart that you use the proper symbol for particular use or the respective use. For example, this is input, this is output, I use parallelogram. For example, this is processing, I use rectangular. This is starting or stopping the flowchart, so I use oval. Okay, all this we need to remember, which is very much mandatory when we are designing flowchart. As much as flowchart you did, or as much as your concept will become stronger in flowchart, your programming concept will be that much of stronger, students. Fine. Hope all of you are understanding.